Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I appreciate you guys taking time and tuning into my YouTube channel. Yes, I'm back again with another video. So in today's video, we're gonna be looking at part 2 of my desk setup series. So last week I started with part 1, where I actually show you guys just the desk and the chair that I'm currently using. So today we're moving a bit step further. We're looking at part 2, and so in part 2 I'm gonna show you some of the things that are already on my table. So it's not everything, because we're actually building up on this setup and working out on this series. So basically I'm going to show you some of the things that I work with, which is minimal setup. So there are things like keyboards and mouse and screen, which are not on the setup at the moment, but I'm going to show you those ones when we go to either part 3 or 4. So we'll see how that one goes. So let's jump into it and I show you part 2 of what I have with some of the things that I put on the desk setup when it's just on its minimal state. So this is the setup when I've set it up to minimal. So I don't actually have a lot of accessories that I put in on the table. It's just a few things, which are some gadgets that I work with, so productivity tools, as well as some few things just to decorate and make the desk look nice. So this is what I use when I'm not doing things which are heavy, when I'm not doing heavy projects like video editing, which will require me to have an external monitor. This is just when I'm doing like a normal work, where is going through emails, documents, and then as well as web browsing. So basically I don't actually need a heavy accessories or a lot of items that I need to work with. So starting on the left hand side, so which is my left, where there's a globe right there. So if you're looking down there, so there are 2 things there, or rather 3 things. So that's a glass coaster that I actually using to put in if I have a drink on the table. So I actually like to use a coaster so that I don't leave the mark on the table. So I'm not the kind of person who likes to drink or eat next to the computers, because of yes, safety first. I don't want to spill anything or have any food crumbs going through the computer keyboard or the screen or the hinges. I don't actually like that. So, but however, at some point when I am working, I'll probably need to grab something. So I use that glass coaster. So I'll put it on the side, which is a bit further from the computer or any electronic equipment. So I'll put it aside so that it doesn't get anywhere closer and I don't have to push it by mistake. So that's the glass coaster. So if I'm not using it, I don't actually want it to be there on the table. Actually put it down there. That's where it is. So the next 2 things that you are seeing there, that's my iPhone 6, which is my work phone, as well as a power bank. So that power bank, it basically charges, but however, it's not charging that phone because that phone doesn't support wireless charging. So yeah, I just put those 2 things there because they're not being in use. So I don't want them to be sitting on my table if I'm not using them. So I like to leave that space open. So basically even my phone, which is right there, will actually touch into it in a moment. So my phone there, if I'm not really busy with it, I actually like to hide it down there where there is the other phone, so that it doesn't distract me, because like as you just see now, a notification hits in. So once it hits in, it actually grabs my attention. I'm forced to move from one side to the other. So that is actually leave that space open for me to save those things right there. So the next thing that I have in there is the, so let me just actually come into the camera frame, bring this thing back. So as I was saying, this is the glass coaster that I actually using to put either a mug or a glass when I'm drinking something. So I actually like to hide it here so that I don't actually get tempted to put something while it's sitting over there. So the other 2 items that I was referring to is these 2 guys. This is the iPhone 6, and then this is the wireless charging bank. So I don't have to walk away to charge my phone. The other phone that I'm using, which is iPhone XR, supports wireless charging. This one I have to get in a cable that I can connect in here, then I connect to the phone. I charge the devices while I'm sitting here without having to move away. So the other item that I have here, this is the iPad mini. I think the 2nd generation is quite old and it hasn't been updated, but however, I'm still using it to take my notes and also do video referencing. So if I'm doing something or teaching something there and I need to watch a video, this guy comes in handy. I just switch it on and then watch the video while I'm doing what the video is showing. And then I also like it to use it for my notes, because while I type my notes in here, they get replicated through to my MacBook as well as to my iPhone XR. Then I can finish whatever I'm doing right there. So I like this guy for that. That's why I always have it in here. So in case I'm working on the screen and I don't have an external monitor, this guy comes in handy. So the next thing that I have here, this is just a notebook for the things that I need to write quickly. Normally when I get phone calls and there's something that I'm required to do, I actually opt on writing them down here because it's quicker for me to use a pen. So these two guys goes in hand together. So I quickly write them down and then I will actually action them later. I like this because it's black and it's small and it's lighter and it's flexible. I can actually flip it around, so it's easier for me to write on it. So the next thing that I have here, this is just for decor. This is a globe, and I see it doesn't actually spin well, but it's light. It's very light, so it doesn't actually move a lot around the table, which is something that I like. And doesn't actually, it's not that heavy, so it's not actually pushing much of a weight on the table itself. And then moving right along, we have this guy right here, which is my main daily driver, my MacBook Pro. This is late 2018, so I've been using this since last year, January. So this is my daily driver. I actually work full-time on this computer. I'm able to do literally everything: video editing, emails, internet browsing, working on documents, doing my Office 365 application. Everything is being run in here, except for the things that require exe setups. I don't have those, but most of my work, I'm doing it right on this guy, which is very, very quick. So this guy, in terms of processing, this guy is still great. I've got 16 gig RAM, Core i7 2.4 gigahertz processor, and then it has 512 SSD storage inside. And then everything else is standard touch bar, as well as Touch ID, 720p webcam for joining the meetings. So I still got that covered. Then the next guy that I have here is this guy here, my daily driver, which is the iPhone XR. I'm still not sure when I'm going to upgrade, but this is my main phone that I'm actually using at the moment. I do have iPhone XS, which is sitting. I'm actually thinking at some point I will move this into the iPhone XS, and then at some point I'll have... Oh, no. I don't want to search for anything. So at some point I'll have to move this, probably maybe get an iPhone 12 when it probably gets into the country. I'm actually considering to do that, but I haven't decided yet. So that's my daily driver there. I like how these two things are seamless in terms of me sharing the items, mainly the pictures. So just use AirDrop between the two devices, then I can share if I want to do like WhatsApp or something that I want to edit here and then share via WhatsApp. I can just do AirDrop between the two. And then the other thing that I have, Magic Mouse, Apple Magic Mouse, which works seamlessly with my MacBook Pro. That's what I actually use when I'm not doing like heavy projects. Even with Edit, I still use it. And then right over there, I have my Apple AirPods Pro, which my friends gave to me. I think I'm gonna keep those for quite some time. So these guys, I like to keep them closer because they are not that big, they're not heavy, and then they're just something that's easy to if you wanna use while you're working here. So what I've been using this for with this kind of setup is meetings. So once I join the meeting in here, and if I'm using the computer microphone and speak, I can't actually walk away. So this is where this guy came in handy. I can just put them on my ear, I can quickly run into the kitchen, I can go to the bathroom. I can actually walk around the house with these guys connected, and I will remain connected into these guys because I think this house is, well, my apartment is not that big, so I'll remain connected in any corner of this apartment. So that's still safe. And then right over there, there's a picture of me and my wife there. Something that I just like to keep in there, and I like actually during the day when the light reflects in there, because that's like rose gold frame and white, so the reflection, it becomes in like it brings in a different mood on the table, because the table, if you can see, it's black. Most of the things around here are actually black, so that thing brings in a different mood together with that white mouse over there. So those are the accessories that I have currently on my setup, without external mouse and a keyboard and a screen and any other things. So there are still lights, there are still dongles and things that are goes hand in hand with these accessories, as well as cameras and stuff, which have different places that needs to be fit into this setup. So we're gonna look into that as we go into part 3, part 4, and maybe part 5, and then I'll actually show you guys how this thing look when it has everything on the setup. I'm not gonna try to flood it because already you can see that the table is small. So I'm gonna take you to part 3 and show you how it's going to look like. So that has been it with my minimal desk setup, and I will see you guys on my part 3. So subscribe if you haven't. Please share my video, drop a comment if you have any questions, suggestion, if there's anything that you want me to cover, if you have any question with regards to what I've shown in here, drop it in the comment section below, and I'm sure I'm gonna address it down there. So thank you so much for tuning, guys, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.